Yeah, y'all, Rod doing Rod and all that. So, you know what's a phrase that really bothers me? It just peeves me for some reason. I hate hearing the phrase, the game of basketball. Like, you're watching ESPN, I watch these clips on YouTube in the morning. It'll be like Kendrick Perkins, and he's like, LeBron James understands the game of basketball. And it's like, why do you have to say the game of basketball? We know what it is. Or like, the I don't know, Sharp, Shannon. He might be like, James Harden, he's still valuable in the game of basketball, and I'm like, why do you say the game of basketball? What else is it going to be? Is it like what else is it going to be, like the mathematical theory of basketball? Like, we know it's a game. What else is it going to be like the interplanetary constellation of basketball? It's a game. Like, don't say the game of basketball. It annoys the hell out of me. In the game of basketball, and it's always like that in the game of basketball. Like, I hate it. But I am the person who said, like, yesterday I was looking over my video. I was listening to it. I was listening back to it because I listened to my own podcast for fun. And I said we were driving in my car, so I guess I do that also. So I should be annoyed with myself. I remember back in the days, I was like 18. Me and my girlfriend, we were in the village, and we heard somebody say, I need to take a picture of you with my camera, and we were dying laughing. We just made fun. You ever made fun of a stranger who doesn't know, and they've become a butt of your joke forever? You'll never see them again, and they don't know, but they don't know they're the butt of your joke, but they live forever in your sense of humor. You're like, what are you going to take the picture with? Your carrot? Of course, your camera. This was before camera phones, by the way. This was a long time ago. So this is probably like 1998 or something, 99. So now I guess, that statement would make sense. But back then we were like, what else are you going to take it with? So since then, we always use that line, or we used it, while we were together in different situations, in the game of basketball. I hate it. What else I want to talk about? What things do you say aloud that are really like in your head things? You know what I mean? Like, they're like in your head statements. They're things that should be said. Like, are there a set of things? I feel like everybody has this. I know I do. Like, a set of things that I should, they're things you say mentally. We all have self-talk. We don't all have self-talk, actually. Some people don't have inner dialogue. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent right now. Some people don't have inner dialogue. Bro, that is crazy. I didn't realize that until super recently, maybe in the last couple of years, when I read that some people can't have like a dialogue in their mind. They can't hear words in their mind. They can't like hear themselves talking through things in their mind. Boggles me. And even more, that some people can't picture things in their mind. A hell of a lot of people can't picture things in their mind. Can you picture things in your mind? I mean, I can do everything in my mind. It's creepy how much I can do in my mind, all my senses. I can live in my mind fully, like completely and fully. It's ridiculous, but some people can't make pictures. They can't visualize. So, that and the lack of inner dialogue has ramifications as far as education, right? When we want the students to visualize and do mental math, which I just had students do today, and things like that. I mean, everybody can't do all this stuff mentally. It doesn't mean that they're any dumber. It doesn't mean that they're dumb. Sorry, it means that they just can't do that particular thing. Their mind, their brain doesn't work like that. But then you imagine what other ways their brains do work. We're just still finding out so much about the human brain, right? Wild, yo. Imagine, like there's so many memories of things that amazing or traumatic, that we store in our minds, movies in our minds. It's wild. But yeah, back to what I was originally saying. So what things do you say? Like, for instance, let me give you an example. When I started to make this video, I was looking for this little like adapter piece kind of thing for my microphone, and I couldn't find it. And I was like, God damn it, I was like, shit. And which, it's fine. We all do that. But then I found it was like, I thought it was downstairs, but it was upstairs. So I was happy, and then I found it, and I was like, oh, it's like, my bad, sorry. Like, who am I saying that to? you know? So it's funny because it's like I have the inner dialogue, but I bring it out. It becomes outer, even if no one is around. I was like, I'm not being grateful. And I was saying it out loud. I found the little piece and I was like, sorry, I'm not being grateful. And it's like, am I saying it to God? Like, who am I saying it to? You know? Also, like, if I'm like by myself in a car or something and I sneeze, I'll be like, bless me, thank me, I'm welcome. I go through the whole process. Like, bless me, thank me, I'm welcome. And then I just move on. you know? I'll probably do it about like when I hurt myself, I won't only be like, ouch, or damn, or ow, I'll be like, this hurts. It hurts a lot. I'll narrate it, It's a lot of pain. I'm feeling a lot of pain. This really hurts. I don't like this. Narrating things like helps me through them, If I narrate like what I'm going through, I feel like a lot better about it, And that's kind of strange. Like, what things do you say aloud that like normally would just be like things you say in your mind? And that's if you do say things in your mind, Do you not say things in your mind at all? I don't know. Anyway, another thing I was thinking about was journaling. So I've started journaling consistently, maybe 2 months ago or something like that. Now, so I've always had journals, but I've never really, I didn't use them, like they were just sitting around, and I said I would use them and everything like that, and I'd be one of those people and self-care and yada yada, but I never would get around to it. But then I was like, let me do this. Let me see if it can help me through my situations, my crises. So I started journaling, and yeah, journaling is good. Journaling's fire. It helps a lot. Sometimes, it's not like you don't believe that people are doing helpful things because they're helpful, but you still sometimes just need to experience it. It needs to be experiential for you to really, get that grasp of like just how helpful it can be to you in your life. So I started journaling, and this time, I just make myself do it nearly every single day, no matter what. And what I find is good about journaling is it helps you see your patterns, because when you're writing them out, especially like when your journal has like checklists of things that you're supposed to be mindful of every day, and you realize there's certain things that you're never feeling or that you're always feeling, you may not notice that the same way if you weren't journaling. You may think that you're feeling a set of things all the time that you don't feel as much as you think. And then there may be some things that you want to feel more, that you're not feeling. And then you realize, there's a path to doing it. And, then you start journaling and you write about it. I'm not excited enough. That's what I was experiencing, actually. I was like, I'm not feeling enough excitement in my life because I'm rarely checking the what was I excited about today box in my journal. So then I was thinking, well, I have to create excitement. Ooh, Pitsy. Little Pitsy Russell. Pitsy Longstocking. Yeah. Anyway, good thing y'all can't smell yet through YouTube. But yeah, so I had to create things that I'd be excited about. And once you write that down, there's a different level of holding yourself to it. There's a different level of accountability. So maybe you don't do it immediately. Maybe you don't do it very often, but it's way more likely that you do it. I know I'm not telling you anything new. A lot of you probably journal. A lot of you probably know that these are the benefits from journaling. But if you haven't been doing it, give it a try. Journaling is dope. And, I've kept journals of other kinds. Like, I've kept a food journal. Even if like on MyFitnessPal or something, I was, keeping track of my food and calories and stuff like that. That's journaling. And as someone who's rapped my whole life, I used to keep rap books, and that's definitely a form of journaling. I was writing raps every single day for decades, so that's definitely a form of journaling. I'm assuming if I had those books and I went back to them, I could just read the rap and know what I was feeling at that time, where my mind was at, what stage of my life I was in, and what was going on around me at that time. So that's also a form of journaling. But yeah, if you haven't been journaling, definitely do that. Maybe get one of those journals that guide you. It's a little different than, say, like a diary, because when it's a journal, it kind of guides you on like what you should be looking for, what you should be putting. It gives you a template for how you're chronicling what's going on in your daily life, whereas a diary will be more just like your free thoughts. And your journal does have like a section for that a lot of the time. So yeah, if you haven't done it, give it a try, see how it helps you. What else I was thinking about? I was thinking about 90s R&B groups, 90s male R&B groups. The game needs male R&B groups. I don't know if we have any popular male R&B groups right now. Do we? I don't know. I don't know much about the R&B scene right now at all. But in the 90s and even in the 2000s, definitely the 2000s. Of course the 80s also, but really the 90s was like the heyday of the male R&B group, fam. And okay, so here's something. So when I say the male R&B group, I'm really talking more about like urban culture in America, and that set of, you'd have 4 to 6, guys in a group who made R&B songs, love songs. Now, if you are not really familiar with that type of music, but you're into music, you think right now of what male R&B group comes to mind. So a male urban group that sings love songs. Was it Boyz II Men? I don't know. I wondered that because I'm like, Boyz II Men is, I guess, the most successful and most popular male R&B group. Set a bunch of records. If you look at the songs that were the longest running at number 1 in the history of Billboard, Boyz II Men have a couple of them. I think they have like 3. I think it's like End of the Road, I'll Make Love to You, and On Bended Knee. Maybe even Water Runs Dry. I'm not sure. Maybe not. But those first 3, I'm pretty confident set records. And yeah, man, the 90s. I mean, because I was like watching a video and somebody mentioned some groups and they said Portrait, and I was like, hold on, Portrait, damn, I remember Portrait. I can't remember the song now, but I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look it up because I'm gonna be happy because I remember liking Portrait. And I was like, damn, Portrait wasn't even like one of the 5 to 7 to 10 maybe best known male R&B groups, but they got busy. And there was so many, man. You had High Five, you had Jodeci, you had Blackstreet, H-Town, Silk, Shy, Jagged Edge. Did I say Dru Hill? I mean, the list goes on. There's so many, man. As yet, there was so many, like, and you talk about a lot of good songs, man. You could get I could probably go right now and go to download a bunch of music, and I could get probably 100 good songs from male R&B groups from the 90s and the 2000s. But yeah, the game really misses that. I don't really know how they bring it back. I don't know what a male R&B group would sound like these days. I mean, I guess they could kind of have the classic sound. I know I didn't say groups like New Edition and Guy and stuff like that. I don't know. It's kind of starting more like mid 90s ish, something like that. Although High Five was before that. Anyway, I don't know what a group would sound like now. Did I say Jodeci? I must have said Jodeci, of course. But what would like an updated male R&B group sound like now. I know there's a bunch out there. I'm just being lazy. I'm like, is people going to be in the comments like gold? No one's going to be in the comments because no one comments, but some people comment. But it'll be like, oh, go and check, this group and that group and they're fire, and you got to look for them and everything like that. You're right. I just want to live in the past. Let's be honest. I want to live in the past, and I want something that sounds exactly like Portrait and mint condition. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. There's another group I was thinking of that was fire. Who is it? Who knows? I don't know. You probably know what I'm thinking if you used to listen to male R&B groups. Anyway, that's what's going on for today. Y'all take it easy. Rod doing Rod. Peace.